I went down to Mexico City. There were reports that they had this object called the Buga Sphere. At first, I thought, because I just saw photos of it, I saw videos of it, and I thought I was, highly skeptical. But when I learned that there were a team of scientists that had been secured that also contract with NASA, these are highly respected scientists in that community, that they were going down to take samples. I was invited to go down myself. I wanted to go down and see exactly what samples they were taking, what was their observations of this. So I was there during that event. And look, to me, on first glance, the sphere looks like it was handmade. It does not look like it's made by some advanced civilization. I speculated that, it perhaps could have been made by non-human intelligence. Maybe it's like and I use the example Gilligan's Island, Gilligan on Gilligan's Island trying to build a radio with coconuts. It's not precision made, right? But it also is very strange. So I was willing to have an open mind about it. But where we get the facts and where we get the data is when we get the samples back of the metal that was taken from the sphere, because they can test it and they took enough material that they can determine the origin. The metal on the sphere was originated on planet Earth or was originated on outside of planet Earth. And that will be telling. So we'll be able to get that. Also, they took some carbon dating from the sphere to determine how old it is. So all of that can kind of come into play to determine whether or not this thing actually is non-human intelligence or if it's a fake. You have to have that kind of jaundice eye when we're looking at some of this stuff and ask those questions.
So this Buga Sphere, do you have any idea when the testings would come back for that? On your end, obviously, you're going to get the information before we would.
I don't believe so. I think that they're just going to be very public and transparent with it. And so
Okay.
we'll all find out at the same time, I assume. And it should be before the end of this year.
Really? Okay. And when was that trip for you?
It was a couple of months ago.
Okay. So this is a good example. The Buga Sphere, NHI, you brought up the idea, did NHI create this? Your opinion aside, the perspective of those maybe looking at it and trying to tackle the topic of NHI, would they look at the sphere itself as NHI, non-human intelligence? It's intelligent of its own? Kind of like AI is. Like AI is like this non-human intelligence. It's
Yeah.
You kind of look at it as almost like a software or a computer program, but it's its own intelligence. Is that how they're kind of viewing that?
I don't know in this case. They're going to try to see if the sphere will actually, what's on the inside of it, if it's got circuitry. But so far, I think we'll know quite a bit from the samples that were taken on the surface.